It doesn't seem like it's going very well. Watch.
If you're an American who is considering leaving the country to move somewhere else, make sure that the location you choose isn't based off of fear and lack mentality. I regret moving to Costa Rica. It's a beautiful country.
You hate Trump, you think he's some wannabe dictator, fine. But let's not pretend like your side wasn't acting like royalty this whole time. Your side is the one that says if parents don't affirm their children's identity, then they lose custody. Oh, so the state decides how you raise your kids now. Yeah, that's not democracy, that's authoritarian. Then came lockdowns. You couldn't go to church. You couldn't see family. In some places, you couldn't even go outside without being threatened. Then your party never even had a primary. You didn't even let your own people vote. And you're worried about kings? And let's not even forget about the mandates, okay? People got fired if they didn't have it. Didn't matter if they had legitimate reasons, you just said comply or else. And during all of that, we weren't even allowed to talk about it. So yeah, tell me more about how Trump is there other than, oh, there's just so many things, I can't choose one. Because I just gave you a whole list. But your side locked us down, picked your own candidate, free speech, and gave state power over families. You're not mad about authoritarianism. You're just mad that you're not the one in charge.
This lady is in tears. I don't know why they do this every single time. If you look, Trump has been president for how many months? Have you seen him taking away women's rights, doing this, doing that to women? I've not seen, but during the campaign period, these people were singing like a song, oh, if Trump is re-elected, this will happen, but at the end of the day, we have not seen that here.
If you're an American who is considering leaving the country to move somewhere else, make sure that the location you choose isn't based off of fear and lack mentality. I regret moving to Costa Rica. It's a beautiful country. I love the nature and wildlife, but moving to a third world country where I don't know the language, I don't have any connections, resources, or opportunities, that didn't make my life any easier by any means. I was just so scared of what's going on in America politically that I was in fight or flight. I was like, how am I gonna afford to survive? Like, how am I gonna find a place to live? Like, I was freaking out. And then I came here and made my life so much harder. And now I'm trying to go back and I just like wish I didn't leave in the first place. And it's so weird to like want to move to America right now with everything that's going on, but I just left so many privileges and resources behind and I want them back. It sucks. But I kind of grew up in an interesting way. I was like the poorest person in the wealthiest rooms throughout most of my childhood. I was extremely wealthy till I was like age 6. I had this beautiful waterfront mansion with a...
Yes, I don't know if you've seen this. Megyn Kelly had a good reaction to this video. This lady you're about to see thought it was a good idea to move to another country because she hated Trump. I saw during the campaign a lot of these liberal women, saying, oh, if Trump wins, I'm going to move out. But what she saw, she's now regretting the decision she took. I saw this video a few days ago. I didn't want to react, but from my observations, it is important you see what is going on. Some liberal women need to actually... You have seen Rosie, right? Moving to Ireland. Every single day, she can't even stop talking about Trump. That is to tell you the level at which TDS is in her.
I always thought that I was so poor because I was the poorest person that I knew. And all of my friends had like millionaire and billionaire parents. Now that I've traveled, I've seen like real poverty and I'm like, oh, I wasn't poor. But as a kid, I had these really luxurious vacations through my friends and family members where like my first introduction to Costa Rica, it was like when I was 17 years old. I came with my friend's family and we stayed at exclusive resorts. We were having lunch at the Four Seasons, and like same with my Hawaii experiences. My family friends took me and we stayed at the Grand Wailea and the Hyatt, all these really fancy luxury resorts, and we would explore the areas too, but living in Nonavale or Pahoa is very different than taking a vacation at the Grand Wailea or Four Seasons. So You know, my travels and moves, I've really realized how privileged I've been, and there's a lot of things that like made me run away from LA and Orange County, some traumatic experiences and terrible people. But I left a lot of resources and great people behind, and I need to be in those environments again. I really miss luxury environments.
Oh no.
Wait, I'm going to give you a twofer from this gal because Debbie Murphy, once I sent her this video, fell in love with this gal and decided to do a deep dive on Danica Kennedy and came up with the following video she had posted like a year ago, I think it was, on like a little background. So you might need a little background on her to figure out how she got to be this way. And here it is in SOT 21.
When I was a kid, somebody told me that I'm Native American, and I rode that so hard. I was running around town with a big feather headdress and a wooden walking stick yelling, "These are native lands." But when I was like 10 or 11 years old, I was on my native lands rant, and my mom was elbowing me to shut up. She was like, "Stop it, you're white." And I was like, no, like what? I'm white? Like I didn't know that, and I had like a full-on identity crisis over it. I was so embarrassed. I thought I was the victim, not the oppressor. And so I'm like a cliche Irish person. It's
devastating.
I have the curls, the freckles, the storytelling, a history of drinking and slutty tendencies, the curse. But there was this whole TikTok trend about how Irish redheads are basically black people, and there are all these like similarities. So I just love that trend so much. It really hits home for me. I'm so white. It's so embarrassing. I can't.
Oh no. I was gonna say, Megan, it's not fair to pick on her, but she's actually just taking these like mainstream left arguments to their logical conclusion. So if anything, we must pick on her because she represents these ideas very well.
If you don't appreciate what you have, you will always be like this. Being in America, she used to think she was poor until she decided to travel. And from her experience, she realized she was fine. She's already regretting, right? I decided to react on this video because she is having these woke liberal ideas. That is just a simple truth. If you watch this video very keenly, it's not surprising like to see a lady like this, thinking this way. Now she sees the importance of her country, right? Moving to Puerto Rico, I don't know if Puerto Rico is a third world country like that. I don't know, because to me, I believe they are a little bit upper. She should be able to travel to other countries. I believe with her experience, she'll be able to tell some real good stories. She has not seen anything here. When I see the Trump administration say, "Oh, if you don't love America, then leave. Go to your country. Go to these places." That is just a simple truth. These people need to experience. By experiencing different countries, they will learn to appreciate a country that has given you shelter and money. My experience traveling to different places taught me a lot of lessons. I can't even really go into elaborating on that on this video, but what I've seen is something I can't even tell someone. I'm in different countries. I went right to Asia, Saudi Arabia, these places. What I saw compared to where I am today, I see a lot of people on the comment section. Where are you? Where are you? I don't want to always give out my locations because of security reasons like that. I think I'm going to end here. I want to appreciate people supporting me, sharing out the videos. God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips, that is for the white algorithm.
Princeton. And they were people.
Almost exactly what
We'd have more Republicans on the show, but they don't want to come on. They're scared of us.
it's like history.
Point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic. He even gets an
if the Democrats
Because how many times do somebody asks
for
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States. If you want to serve in the American
give interviews, I don't do that.
JD Vance should be the next president of the United States.
Happening at the moment.
Yeah.
President Obama is blatant censorship.
Because he says he has a team of fact checkers.
The FCC.
I want them to stop fooling around with my right to say what I feel.
Americans, it's a part of who we are.
Because that is really something that didn't happen before.
Does anybody else watch The View? Because I think there's...
I'm going to say one.
Look, there are certain rules of free speech.
A right to have a television show.
All the same people that are in these polite...
Dave Chappelle.
We've had a hell of a couple of weeks, but I did get